Hi there, welcome back to IT Genius Cyber once again, another tutorial, and it's nearly to take you through. Yeah, for all those who have not subscribed yet our channels, please go to YouTube and type IT Genius Cyber, and please click that subscription button plus the bell icon as well, so that you receive all the notifications, the instant notification or uploads on our channel, and you don't miss out anything. Yeah, in this tutorial today, we're going to briefly introduce you to PHP, and we're going to talk about a brief introduction about PHP. And I'm not going to talk about much about PHP because everything is just there out on it, and you can get the documentation or the entire detailed thing about the PHP. Yeah, and if you need more about PHP, to know more about PHP, you go to your browser and type www.php.net, and you get documentation about PHP and everything about PHP. But before we go to that, I'm going to point out two things as in general. Why is it PHP? The uses of PHP. Why do people really go for PHP code? And the other thing is that what does PHP stand for, or what is PHP as in general? Here, the first thing is that what does it stand for? PHP stands for PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor, but previously it was called a personal homepage. After March, it was modified to Hypertext Preprocessor. Then, besides that, why do websites or platforms or applications go for PHP code? Yeah, more like Facebook as a social networking platform. Why do you think it would really go for PHP code? Yeah, why? So PHP as in general is just a server-side scripting language. PHP is not more like HTML, the markup language, where a user can just right-click or view code elsewhere on any browser or in any web page. Just like, for example, or for instance, when I go to this web page for php.net, then I right-click anywhere and go to inspect and queue. Then I have the entire code just like this. So where you see a doc type HTML, so this is an entire HTML code. Unlike for PHP, where it is a server scripting language that you only deal with the server side, and unless if you want to view the PHP code, you embed it in HTML, and the output is going to be viewed in HTML. Yeah. Then the other thing about PHP, maybe why it would really be used for code, is that if I could give you an example for Facebook, the social networking platform, it stores a lot of data into the database alongside with PHP or the MySQL server databases. Me as personally, I'll really go in for my SQL databases, and that's what I'm going to use in our next tutorials. I'll give you the relevant softwares to use, and I'll give you the relevant direction to use. And MySQL, yeah, doing different softwares, the likes of WAMP server or MAMP, XAMPP, whatever you use. So I'll explain that in our next tutorial. And the other thing about PHP is that nowadays you can still use object-oriented programming languages, which was added within PHP. I think this update was added in PHP version 5. Yeah, I think PHP version 5, I believe. So we can now use object-oriented programming as well as the procedure programming or the structure into our code. So briefly, if you need more about PHP, you go to www.php.net and you get more info about PHP. And sometimes, okay, leave around this code. Sometimes programmers will get complications or bugs in their code under PHP specifically. So you go to php.net and you get to your documentation. So you have this search area text box. This is where you put your function, or maybe to say, let me see, if close, if open, So here you're being listed with a number of functions. Whatever you type here, they're going to give you a detailed view about any function you really type out here. So you'll be given all the relevant information about that. So in case you don't know where to find your help, you can still go to php.net and find out about the function that is really confusing you, or what actually it does and what its functionality. So this is a brief introduction to PHP, and now next tutorial we're going to look at relevant things that really need to start off with PHP. And before that, I would like you to install any text editor. I'm using currently VS Code, yeah, and you can use any other text editor, the likes of Sublime Text or anything like that. Okay,